All right, in this video, I will tell you what you need to know about the hidden pitfalls of using protected series LLCs for real estate and operating businesses. I'm Santiago Cueto, board certified international business law expert and best-selling author. Series LLCs sound like the perfect solution. You create one master LLC, then you spin off multiple series under it. Each series holds a different property or business. Each series has its own liability protection. You only file one formation document. You only pay one filing fee. It seems like a dream structure that saves you thousands of dollars. But here's what most people don't know. This dream structure can turn into a nightmare. Let me show you why. The first major problem is that most states don't even recognize series LLCs. Only about a dozen states allow you to form them. Delaware does, Texas does, Illinois does. But here's the trap. Just because you form a series LLC in Delaware doesn't mean other states will respect that structure. Let me give you a real-world example. You form a Delaware series LLC. You use it to hold rental properties in California. A tenant gets injured at one of your California properties. They sue you. Now you're in California court. The California judge looks at your series LLCs. California doesn't have series LLCs laws. The judge might treat all your series as one big LLC. Suddenly, this liability shield between your series has collapsed. All your properties are at risk from that one lawsuit. This isn't theoretical. Courts in non-series states have questioned whether they need to respect the separation between series. The law is still unsettled. You're essentially betting your asset protection on how a judge interprets an unfamiliar legal structure. Even worse, you can't predict where you'll get sued. A contract dispute might end up in federal court. A creditor might sue you in their home state. You lose control of the venue. You lose certainty about whether your structure will actually hold up. Now, the second nightmare is banking and financing. Most banks don't understand series LLCs. They don't know how to handle them. I've seen this play out dozens of times with my clients. You go to get a mortgage for a property in one of your series. The bank asks for your operating agreement. They review it. Then they come back confused. They don't know if they're lending to the master LLC or the individual series. Their underwriting department has never seen this structure before. Many banks simply refuse to lend to series LLCs. They won't touch them. The ones that will lend often require you to personally guarantee the loan anyway. That defeats the entire purpose of having the LLC structure. You wanted liability protection. Instead, you're personally on the hook. Now, if you're finding this information valuable and you want to protect your business the right way, hit that like button right now and subscribe to this channel. I share legal strategies that can save you from making expensive mistakes. Now, the third issue is insurance. Insurance companies struggle with series LLCs even more than banks do. Getting proper insurance coverage for a series LLC is incredibly difficult. Most insurance carriers want to insure either the master LLC or each individual series separately. If they insure just the master LLC, you might not get adequate coverage for the individual series. If they insure each series separately, you're paying multiple insurance premiums. You've lost the cost savings you thought you were getting. And here's where it gets worse. When you file a claim, the insurance company investigates your structure. They discover you have a series LLC. Now they're looking for any reason to deny coverage. They might argue that the series aren't truly separate entities. They might claim you didn't maintain proper separation. They'll use the legal uncertainty around series LLCs to avoid paying your claim. I've seen business owners learn this lesson the hard way. They thought they had coverage. When disaster struck, they discovered they had gaps in their insurance. The legal bills and damages came out of their own pockets. Now, the fourth problem is taxes. The IRS has provided limited guidance on how to treat series LLCs. This creates a minefield of tax complications. Each series can potentially be treated as a separate entity for tax purposes. That means each series might need its own EIN number. Each series might need to file its own tax return, and suddenly, you're not saving money anymore. You're paying your accountant to prepare multiple tax returns, but it gets more complicated. Some states don't follow the federal treatment of series LLCs. Your series might be treated one way for federal taxes and a different way for state taxes. You need to track income and expenses separately for each series. You need to maintain separate accounts in separate books. The administrative burden becomes overwhelming, And here's the kicker. If you mess up the tax treatment, the IRS might disregard your series structure entirely. They could treat everything as one big LLC. That creates a massive tax problem. It also destroys your liability protection. Now, the fifth trap is that maintaining a series LLC properly requires extreme discipline. You need to treat each series as completely separate. Separate bank accounts, separate books, separate records, and separate operations. Most business owners fail at this. They commingle funds between series. They use one series to pay expenses of another series. They don't keep clear records. And when a lawsuit comes, a lawyer will tear apart your structure. They'll show you that you didn't really keep the series separate. The court will pierce the veil between your series. Converting from a series LLC to a separate LLC later is also painful. You might trigger tax consequences, and you'll definitely trigger filing fees in multiple states. You'll need to transfer properties and assets. You'll need to notify creditors. The whole process is expensive and time-consuming. So what should you do instead? For most real estate investors and business owners, forming separate LLCs is the better choice. Yes, you pay separate filing fees. Yes, you file separate returns, but you get certainty. Banks understand separate LLCs. Insurance companies know how to insure them. Every state recognizes them, and courts have decades of case law about how they work. The cost savings of a series LLCs are often an illusion. When you factor in the legal uncertainty, the banking problems, the insurance gaps, and the tax complications, separate LLCs usually make more financial sense. They definitely provide better protection. Don't fall for the marketing hype around series LLCs. They work in very specific situations with sophisticated management. For most people, they create more problems than they solve. Now, if you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more legal insights that protect your business and your wealth. I'm Santiago Cueto, your Florida business attorney. Be sure to stay and watch more of my videos right here.